My dad, he grew up in Kalihi, so that's a small little, it's like ghetto of town, you know. It's
in town, right?
Yeah,
town.
my dad grew up in town. It's a hard place to grow up, you know. He lived right next to a prison. He grew up on, you know, there's gangs, street gangs, you know. So he grew up pretty hardcore.
With the boys, right there.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily like a surf town, not at all. He grew up where he grew up fighting, street fight, boxer, you know. My grandpa was a boxing coach in a gym over there. And it was just like it was a rugged neighborhood to grow up in. He had 3 older brothers and a sister. And yeah, it's definitely a way different
than now.
Yeah, way different than how I grew up. But all his brothers surfed, you know, growing up in Hawaii, and he was the youngest. So he kind of took after all his older siblings, and surfing was what kind of kept him out of trouble, you know. You're out there in the ocean. You can't get in trouble out there. So, yeah, I think for him, growing up and then making it out of there, out of where he lived.
Very important.
Very important, you know. And then obviously had awesome surfing career, traveling the world, meeting guys like you. And
I met him in South Africa, and he was at our house, and one guy did respect your father.
Yeah.
And I know your father is a Golden Glove, you know, beautiful boxer, you know, number one. And he's so good. You know, I say, hey, bro, he could kill the guy. I say, hey, bro, shut up. You know, he didn't give a shit for the guy. You know, and so beautiful attitude. You know.
Yeah, I think when you kind of grow up in that environment, he never really felt like he had to prove anything, especially in the surf world. I think he'll tell us he was never afraid of surfers, and you know, he was more afraid of guys in his neighborhood.
Yeah.
So, I think he was able to just have a solid head on his shoulders when he was surfing or whatever, and he knew he could back himself up, so he felt like he didn't have to prove himself to anyone.
And what good thing, like Tony, he have aloha spirit, you know what I mean? In his smile, you know, he always treat everybody good. And I have a good friend that we travel to France together. He come to Brazil. He have a sub school too in Waikiki. Clyde Aikau, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just passed away.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, I think, will be the pedal out. So I make a program special. I get goosebumps, you know, just special for Clyde.
Yeah.
Because
Clyde,
Clyde is legends, you know. We travel many times. And last year, I went visit him in Waimanalo, you know, only when the Hawaiians leave, you know, it's a farm place. And we have the dogs, and we have a long talk, bro. You know, it's good. And this year, I call and I talk his telephone and say, please, let me visit Clyde.
Yeah.
Because I love him.
Yeah.
I'm in Hawaii. I like to see him.
Yeah.
And I say, Clyde, it's not so good, you know, his wife. And then I was already in California, and I find out he passed away, you know. And we bring some big riders who ride there at Aikau, and we bring him here to Brazil for a special museum of surfing, you know. And then, but he's gonna be in good hands, you know, because he put a lot of seats good. He always have the aloha spirit, you know, and a special guy, and he's in my heart.
Yeah, you know? Uncle Clyde. I grew up with his son, Ha'a. You know his son, Ha'a. Yeah. So Ha'a grew up like staying at her house, sleepovers.
And I tell the first board of him, I give to him.
Yeah.
You know, I brought from Brazil the board of my son, and I give to him. You know, so because I feel tired, you know, and he give me when he come to Brazil Eddie's board.
Yeah.
You know, and I have the museum of surf, but this board I never put in a exposition. I keep on my because it's a special.
Hang it up on the wall.
Yeah, in my business place, you know, I have, you know. So it's so good to be able to talk about Hawaii, have you here, you know, anything you need here, man, you're ready, you know.